Hello and welcome everyone to the first ever interview spotlight. And today we have Yulia Vakhrusheva and from tinyBuild Games. Just to get it kicking off right now, what is your official title at tinyBuild?
I'm Director of Business Development. So at tinyBuild I work with partners, I work a lot with press, with YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and do a lot of different things. Yeah, small company, everybody does a lot of things, so everybody wears lots of hats, but these are my major responsibilities.
Never a dull moment.
Absolutely.
Never.
And before we really get into it, I wanted to ask you, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe some of your early gaming memories?
Oh, of course. I mean, my earliest gaming memory was, of course, Tetris. But not the Tetris in the form that you guys know. It's a handheld Tetris. And this was the most desirable toy for everyone, and when I got mine I was so happy, and it was like the best game ever. So this was my first introduction to the gaming world, and I have this handheld and travel with it anywhere. It would be the best toy ever. And then was the era of PC games for me. Like I skipped the consoles because I was born in the USSR, and I grew up during Perestroika, and then after the end of USSR, Ukraine was a very poor country, so my parents couldn't afford to buy me, consoles and stuff. So my first real games were PC games, and I completely fell in love with them. And I always dreamt to work in games industry, and when I was 20 I applied to work in Blizzard.
Oh,
Blizzard
wow.
Europe. Yes. Yeah, very ambitious.
Yes, indeed.
Of course they didn't reply to me, but it's okay, because I ended up being in the games industry anyways. I started working with Casual Connect conference, and the conference took place in Kiev, my hometown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I started taking on more and more responsibilities, and soon I became organizer of a little independent game showcase inside of this conference. And this is when I start loving, and helping indie games and indie game developers.
Wow, that
was my start.
Yeah,
very
that's
extensive. You totally hit you were able to reach your dream eventually, and that is really great that you aspired to that level and was able to achieve it.
I agree with you, and I'm pretty happy because all my experience in my life, it's all video games. I don't know how to work in other industries.
Well, you started off right with the PC Master Race route, and I'd assume you started with PC games because that was the most accessible thing, right? Especially in your situation.
That's true. Yeah. So, and I'm super happy to be where I am right now, working with tinyBuild, the best company in the world.
Absolutely.
I was there at the start of tinyBuild. It's the very, very start. I saw how it began, and I feel very proud of it, because I feel that there was some role of me, a bit of my role in tinyBuild success from the very beginning, because one of its most successful games, Speedrunners, it was first shown at my event for the indie developers, and this is where Alex met the developers of Speedrunners.
So I'm sure you were very proud when you had that moment of having it shown off.
Of course. I mean, back then we didn't know what it would be, but it just all happened. So yeah.
And from there on, you just end up going to more conventions, and you just kept showing off your products, and it kept growing from there. I mean, so to kind of transition, we ran into each other at PAX South. How was your experience there?
So PAX South was great. First time we went PAX South was last year. and it was very great for us. It's a smaller show than other PAXs, and that's why we can really show ourselves. We had an opportunity to have huge booth for the indie publisher and developer, and we tried to make it as bright, as shiny, as attractive as possible. So
Nick, was it bright and shiny?
Absolutely. Like, I think
there
it
you go.
was.
So it worked.
Honestly, I thought it was like one of the bigger booths in the expo. I was very impressed.
Well, thank you. We're trying hard because expos like this is a great opportunity to connect with fans, and we have only a few expos like this a year, so we try to take the most out of it. And of course, for a lot of indie developers that do not have opportunity to attend PAX as they live in different countries, it's very expensive to travel. So we do our best to represent their games at the events.
And you did so very well. Like the first time I saw you, you were jamming out to one of your showcase games, Party Hard.
Party Hard, yeah. Well, the music is so catchy. I just want to dance to it all the time.
Rightfully so. Even I had a little pep in my step. Now, how did PAX South compare to other conventions? Did you find it to be a little bit better? So PAX South is smaller, but for us it's a great show because a lot of people go through our booth. We have the open structure for the booth, so we have people surrounding the booth, and they're inside of it, they're playing. We can show many games at it, and I feel that it's super great exposure. I would say probably at least 80% of attendees checked out our games, while at the biggest shows it's probably less percentage because of so many bigger companies participating, and people often have to spend like half a day standing in line to check out a demo game. It's pretty great.
Yeah, there's always like 6-hour wait just to, like for a t-shirt sometimes, or like a scavenger hunt, let alone like to test out a game,
No exaggeration.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I hope actually that we never become like that, because we try to be more inclusive rather than exclusive. So we try to reply to all of our fans' messages, all of our fans' emails, communicating with people. I mean, as much as possible. I think this is what makes us special too.
Yeah, the bigger you get, sometimes just in general, you tend to lose a little bit of your identity.
Oh, definitely. The bigger a corporation, the harder it is to connect with people.
Oh, for sure. There's
only 4 people on the publishing side at tinyBuild.
Now, you said that you've been in the gaming business for, a while, pretty much your whole life.
Yes.
And when exactly did you start at tinyBuild? When was that launched?
So tinyBuild was launched as a company physically, I would say 2013. Well, I mean, the first game by tinyBuild was released in 2011, and I think it was formally formed and with all the documents in 2013. And I started last year. It's been exactly a year for me at tinyBuild in my role.
And it seems that you made like a lot of progress since then.
Oh, definitely. Well, me personally, or tinyBuild as a company.
Let's go
Sounds
both.
like both, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with both.
Especially when you get in early and you get to see like a project grow from start to finish. It can be a really great thing to see.
Oh yes, I think Mike Ross joined the company, and then I joined the company. So this is where all the growth started, because we started working very intensively with YouTubers and Twitch streamers, which is very important right now. It's like new media.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We started developing that direction, and we also started developing the esports direction for our company. Like, we reached out to ESL, we started reaching out to different LAN parties, different tournament organizers at conventions, and this is how we pushed speedrunners to the esport. It's officially first indie game to become an esport.
That
Oh
is
wow, that's really
phenomenal.
impressive. Yeah, I mean that can get pretty competitive, and especially when it comes to gamers, sometimes you only need to give them a little bit of an excuse to become really competitive at something. Some games that I've seen that I never thought you could make competitive, but they end up doing it somehow. So it's great that Speedrunners was able to accomplish that.
Yeah, speedrunners, it's a huge success. It's great to play, but it's also great as a spectator sport. It's great to watch, and that's why.
Yeah, because that's the important thing with a game like Speedrunners too. Just to watch it is fun. And honestly, personally, like on a personal level, watching like a high level Dota tournament can be okay sometimes, but I'll lose interest very quickly. So it's definitely a good game to even just to watch.
I definitely agree. And you know what makes it different? It's a low-level entry barrier. Like a kid, 5-year-old, can grab the controller and start playing right there.
Yes.
And so fast-paced like that.
Yeah, somebody trying to get into like the latest MOBA is gonna, require a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on.
I know, it's like me. I'm like, tutorial, 5 hours. No. I don't have that much time.
That's the other thing too, is you have to sink in like X amount of hours to even get a foot into the game, and even then it's like then you'll just get pummeled.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there's some super strong competitive players at speedrunners, and it's just getting sometimes ridiculous. At those high levels, people get so toxic. There's so much competition, but that's the fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's always going to be a place for that. I wanted to go into what you enjoyed more about the industry. Is there anything?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's just working with so many cool, creative people, meeting people that like legends, people that created games that I played when I was younger, and like they're my friends now. Like it's blowing my mind. I'm just feeling so happy to be around all these people.
Would you say aside from getting sick at conventions, would you say there's a lot of downside?
I honestly, there's not many downsides for me personally. I mean, there is always crunch.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you never get to go on real vacation. You never get to enjoy a full weekend. You're always working. There's work non-stop. You wake up in the middle of the night to answer some tweet. This kind of tension.
Yeah.
But you call me workaholic or something, but I really enjoy it.
No, of course. Plus, a little bit from what I know is the uncertainty of like the industry in general. You never know when somebody's going to get bought out and closed, and game development. So I know that can be an issue sometimes as far as like just a high turnover rate for games.
Yes, there's that thing, and that's why we are kind of proud to have such a small company, because we don't have too much burn, and we just scale like this, and this is one of the reasons why we all work on the weekends. It's because we're such a small company, but this probably what keeps us alive.
Yeah, gotta put in the time.
Speaking of, being a small company, it seems like tinyBuild kind of transitioned a little bit from developing to publishing?
Yes, that is correct. We started as an indie game developer with a successful Kickstarter of No Time to Explain. And we worked on the game. Then we thought, how we can help other indie developers. Maybe we can help by sharing our expertise and help bring their games to the market. And this is when we met Speedrunners developers. It wasn't Speedrunners back then, it was a speedrunner. It was an ex-BLA little game, and we just helped them, the Double Dutch team, expand and release their game on Steam and grow their audience. So after Speedrunner's success, people just started sending us games to publish. We became a publisher after that. So,
just like that, it just happened where people just like, hey, this is a good avenue to try and go towards.
So what happened? One of the press outlets called us a publisher, and we're like, oh, we are publisher now. Okay. So we just went with that, and the experience that we had with organizing conventions, with doing all the finances, with doing all the marketing side of things, it really helped in us being a publisher. So that was our transition. In fact, right now we're still a development studio. We help the games that we work together, co-develop.
Yeah.
We actually port lots of games on different platforms. So we take care of this thing for developers so they can focus on the design.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you guys haven't come down the pipeline. Now, when you mentioned how you have some of these developers coming in, it made me wonder, how do you think tinyBuild chooses what developers to collaborate with?
Oh, well, I don't think I know how we choose. We just select games that we like, that fits our portfolio, and our portfolio is like fun, quirky games, some kind of retro stylish, but all have this real indie feel. Yes, so we take the game, we play the game. If you like it, we publish it. So it's that easy.
Yeah, I guess it seems like tinyBuild is pridefully small, right? So how does a smaller company kind of figure out how to handle marketing, if any? Or are you guys just looking for kind of like the word of mouth feel?
So I think it's all of our experience. The CEO of our company, Alex Chiporchik, he's been head of marketing for Spill Games portals. So for a couple of years. So he has a huge marketing experience from there. And Mike Rose, he is super great talking to people, and he has this super creative ideas too. And Luke Burtis, he just knows what works at expos, at convention environment. He knows what people would like. So it's a lot of intuition, a lot of things that like we just sit there, brainstorm, and sometimes come up with this idea. Oh, and I also come up with ideas too.
A little pat on the back. But so it seems like how when it comes to getting the word out there for like a game, do you usually just rely on expos and things like that, like social media, to kind of get like an interest for something new that you guys have coming out?
So we do everything. So when we sign a game, first of all, we try to create some buzz about it. We write articles. We reach out to press. We reach out to Twitch streamers, YouTubers with demos, so they can create some videos. We create something unusual, something specific to this game. For example, for the launch of Party Hard, we had a party where
hopefully nobody was murdered.
Yeah.
Actually, we had this plastic knife, the prop knife, and
that's great.
Stabbing people, and if you get stabbed, you would get a lanyard. Little things like that. And then it was during the PAX Prime. For PAX Prime, what we did, we had people play the game, and if somebody would beat the level, everybody would get the game for free.
Oh,
everybody
wow.
saw that, yes. So that was huge. It was huge promotion.
So I'm sure some people were going crazy trying to watch somebody, finish the level.
There were moments like one person left to kill, and suddenly they get arrested. It was so much fun. And yes, we come up with such ideas for the launch of each game, and it creates buzz. It creates press, and then we try to keep up and update content for the game, connect with fans after, so we try to prolong the game cycle as much as possible as well.
Absolutely. Now that gets me to thinking, because you've really pushed up Party Hard pretty well. What's been the most successful game that tinyBuild's put out?
So far, the most successful game is Speedrunners. It was released in early access on Steam, 2013. It's still in early access, and this year we are going to launch it finally. Version of the game, and we are planning something incredible for the launch.
Oh, more to come. It seems like.
This is our most successful game, and two runners-up is Party Hard and Punch Club, our recent game.
Yeah, you guys really do have some interesting advertising and promotion, because when I was at PAX South, I saw for Punch Club you had actually one of those prop punch machines that arcades would have, or like maybe some divey bars. I thought that was very interesting. I didn't want to take my test on it, but a lot of people.
So much fun.
Yeah, a lot of people were having fun with it. I saw from.
Oh yes,
outside.
we totally created a crowd. Some people would spend entire day just punching. They didn't even want prizes. They just wanted to punch.
Get some aggression out.
Hey, yes, it worked. It worked. We didn't know it would work, but it was one of the ideas. And guess what? We found that. We ordered the punching machine into our booth, and it arrived. So, yeah, it was super fun. Loved it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And we touched on a little bit before about, like the way games is just always changing and constantly evolving, especially more so in the past, few years. With the launch of even Xbox Live, people were able to just start making games right away. How do you guys kind of deal with the constantly changing landscape of just game development and game publishing?
Well, as you mentioned, you said everybody can make games now. This is great. Great. Because sometimes you don't know. Maybe you can make the hit. Maybe you can make the best game out there. Lots of super popular games are made by single developers nowadays.
Just look at Minecraft.
Right.
Notch.
Well, I mean,
that's like the famous example, obviously, because there was one guy.
He was he was not all by himself. He had some help.
Yeah, of course.
But yes, he was an independent developer when he created Minecraft. Yes, it's a great example. And look at games like Crossy Road, Five Nights at Freddy's, and
there's a movie. There's a movie being made for that now. It's crazy.
Which is absurd.
Okay, I'm not watching it. It's too scary.
Oh, no.
Those cheap scares. And even another example, not to deviate from the conversation, but probably one of the more famous ones, because he was initially one of the ones that came up, was Jonathan Blow of Brave.
Yeah. Oh yes.
He just came out with The Witness.
Yes, definitely. It's like one of the old school independent developers.
Yes.
Super famous. And you can see more and more people like this nowadays, because platforms for making games are more affordable. So I would like to say huge thanks to all the platforms, including Unity, for being so affordable for independent developers.
And they make it great for people to get into it too. You can download a free version of Unity if you really get curious about it.
Yeah.
For fostering their creativity.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's great. Of course, there's way more competition, but also there's tons of resources to learn. There's tons of opportunities. So it's I really want to be born again and become a game developer.
Yeah, being like 14 or 15 and having a whole summer to do nothing.
Yes.
Oh, how much would get done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to get your thoughts on Kickstarter or crowdfunding in general.
Well, Kickstarter, I know about Kickstarter 4 years ago when we kickstarted our first game, No Time to Explain. It was actually the record game. We got $27,000. And back then it was a lot of money for a game.
Probably unheard of, right?
Yes, on Kickstarter, and it was actually so successful thanks to Notch.
Oh, really?
Yes, because he tweeted about the game, and thanks to him we hit the goal. And thanks to him we probably still exist. So yes, Kickstarter back then really helped us. And nowadays, a couple companies that are still alive thanks to Kickstarters. They don't need any other funding. They're so famous nowadays. They just do Kickstarters, and their fans support them. So it's very important to have a big name, personality in your company for the Kickstarter to be successful. But of course, you've heard some stories that are not so positive about Kickstarter. So, I mean.
Yeah, but only because it's like Wikipedia. Any, person could go on there and, say they're going to make the best game ever or edit whatever they want. Do you think you guys, or tinyBuild in general, is going to go back to crowdfunding for another game?
I don't know. Maybe at some point. We don't have any plans to do this right now. But who knows? Everything is possible. Never say never.
Yeah. And also, do you think, when it comes to mobile games, does that affect the decisions being made at all? As far as, if you have, a really cool idea for something and you're kind of well, maybe we should go the mobile route because that's, one of the things that's really popular right now is mobile gaming in general.
So, mobile gaming. Mobile is a secondary platform for us. Our primary platform is PC. If the game has potential to be a good mobile game, of course we support porting and putting this game on mobile, and our fans who play it on PC, they probably will go and get it on mobile, and that's it. We don't do free to play stuff. Why? Because we don't believe in buying users. We don't buy traffic. It's ridiculous. We believe in real fans who will go there and buy the games, and we will not push in-app purchases on people because we don't think it's fair to get a free game or buy a game and then you cannot proceed because you have to hit this minimum of money spent. This is just evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, it sounds like there's some integrity actually over there. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that's
nowadays.
Refreshing actually, because anybody that could make that quick cash would jump on it quickly, and it's just, I don't know.
I know, but we don't want to lose trust of our players.
Absolutely.
Of our fans.
And
so
they got trust in you. Absolutely. Now, do you think VR is going to be the next big transition for gaming?
For now, it's hard to say because all the VR equipment is so expensive. It has to be more accessible for players, and when there is market, there will be games.
Yeah,
well
in
put.
due time.
Yes. So, yes, I think VR is in early development right now. Probably where computers were in the 70s, so people are debating, is it going to be true or not? Well, at some point, probably, because who doesn't want to have this pair of light nice glasses and just put them on a plane and watch your favorite movie and you don't need anything else and you're kind of blocked off from the world. Everybody wants a moment of escape like that. But so far it's very heavy.
Yeah. You gotta have a powerful PC behind it.
Plus, you kind of look like a dork with your giant thing in front of you, so that plays a little bit as well.
Hey man, the future is now.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to go ahead and get this wrapped up. We're gonna bring 4 final questions to your plate.
Okay.
So, what is the biggest thing you are looking forward to this year professionally? Maybe a game being or product being released.
We have announced 5 new titles that we have released this year, so I'm really looking forward to them and to see how it's going to be. I look forward to talking to all of our fans about this. I'm looking forward to a huge burst, hopefully, for us. I have huge hopes. And I hope the fans and gamers, they will like what we have prepared for them.
Absolutely.
Cool. And also, question number 2: what do you have this year that you're looking to personally, like a trip planned or anything cool like that, like another convention you're really looking forward to going to?
So it looks like I will be traveling every month this year, so I look forward to the travels. I look forward to all the conventions. We'll be participating in all of the PAXs, so if there's People who are going to attend PAXes, please look for the abusive orange tinyBuild booth. We'll be there. Come by, play our game, say hi. We look forward to this. It will be at E3. I look forward to TwitchCon this year, which will be my first TwitchCon that I will be attending. So I'm super excited to be a part of that. And for my personal stuff, I'm going on a cruise.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Is it your first cruise?
No, it's going to be my 5th cruise.
Ooh, wow.
Is it one of those cruises to like Alaska or some like cool place like that?
Caribbean, yeah.
Caribbean. Oh, that works.
Oh,
That works too.
so you're gonna be making your way to like South Florida and kind of just shipping off from there? Very cool. Very cool.
Cruises are always fun,
Yeah.
as long as the alcohol is included.
Now, I want to get into, like, rolling back a little bit to when you were talking about your gaming memories. I wanted to make a mention. What was your longest gaming session? I do want to know. You actually got me curious by the way you responded to that.
I think it was one of the sleepless nights when you tried to beat Diablo.
Of course.
I think I passed the first Diablo without any saves. It took me about probably 8 hours, but it was not the longest session. The longest was Diablo 2.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You have to get those Mephisto runs in there.
But now that I'm thinking about it, probably it was World of Warcraft, one of those days when you play for 24 hours.
Oh.
And then you're like,
Glued.
time? Yes. Yes.
You said you don't like Five Nights at Freddy because it's a little scary. In the Diablo 1, did the Butcher scare you the first time you saw him?
No, actually, I'm never scared of playing Diablo because it doesn't have jump scares.
Ah, that's true.
Jump scares, because it's like the primal scare, and like it gives me like goosebumps, and like I jump and I yell, and then I have nightmares. So I cannot do jump scares because it's really making me crazy.
Of course. And our final question for you right now is: if you could pick one game from the past to be remade today, what would it be?
Oh my gosh.
Because everything is getting re-released and remade nowadays, so you never know. There could be hope for something.
But everything is remade right now. Oh gosh, what should be remade? Oh, it's a tough question.
Well, to kind of put a little...
They could remake Tetris. They can make... they've already made Tetris 2. Maybe they could make Tetris 3.
They already made Tetris. There is Tetris Online. They remade everything as possible. It's a tough question.
How about an early PC game, maybe, that you used to play a lot?
So one of the early PC games that I used to play a lot that I really enjoyed, and I would like to have super great port to mobile and not what is out there right now. Is Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
That qualifies.
Yeah.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but with different content. This is what I want. Okay, this is what I want to be done and redone, and I would play the hell out of it.
Okay, there you go. That's a Kickstarter in the making right there.
Please, definitely. Love the game.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. And I think we've taken enough of your time. I'm sure you are very busy. But thank you for coming on and answering these questions with us. Is there anything else that you want to mention or give a shout out to?
I would like to thank you guys for having me here.
Oh, absolutely.
And I will just ask people to look out for more announcements from tinyBuild Games, because we have lots of games coming out on different platforms, and I can't wait for this year.
Excellent. And on that note, folks, that's going to wrap up this video. Comment anything. Let us know what you thought of this video, what you thought of tinyBuild. Definitely sounds like a great indie up-and-coming company. Maybe they've already established themselves to bigger, and they can just get bigger and better things.
No, like we said, pridefully small.
Yeah.
Pridefully small.
Oh,
I like.
Yeah. Can you be big small? Does that work? But,
small is a new big.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. And don't forget to subscribe to this video, and also follow us on Twitter at @TheTurboEther. And on that note, folks, I will tell you to have a good night, and may the Triforce be with you.
Bye bye.